Good day and good evening all, this is James Merrill of the Popcorn Ready podcast here, and today's review will be of the movie Apex. This was released in November of this year, and starring as its lead is Bruce Willis as a convict serving life, getting a second chance to be free to see his family if he competes in a game against 6 killers who pay for the thrill of hunting him on a remote island. This action-adventure flick is very Hunger Games and Running Man in storyline, offering little new to the audience, even in the setting being on a remote island which has been done a million times before. I feel this low-budget movie had little to offer other than the odd action sequence. My favourite in the whole Apex film being the landmine incident between the two hunters, as it gives a real fresh perspective on what's going through both their heads, and the scene builds up nicely, creating a lot of tension, with obviously the prospect of one of them dying or them both killing each other. To be honest, overall, I'm really disappointed in Bruce Willis. I think his acting is poor in the whole film, and the script does not help him in the slightest. It seems a very cheap movie where for most of it he's just walking around aimlessly and he isn't even being the pivotal lead. It says in one of the scenes his nickname's the Mutilator, and to my knowledge it looks like even a baby kitten wouldn't be scared of him. The way the film tries to bypass this, I think, is how he tries to pit the 6 killers against each other, which is a clever tactic in this Hunger Games style event that he's participating in, but it's just too overdone. It almost feels as if the lead actor could literally just fall asleep at any moment as he's running away from the danger for the most part of the film, and that he's trying to literally kill the 6 killers with boredom. Bruce's glory days of Die Hard and all those other leading action films are definitely well behind him. I just think he was after a paycheck on this film, and he probably shot it within a week. And in that week he didn't even need to change costume, as for most of the film he's walking/running around in a very obvious red coat in the middle of the forest. He makes little attempt to camouflage himself or hide himself with stealth tactics other than hiding behind trees. Moving on from the old man, the only shred of credit I'll give acting wise in Apex must go to Neil Mcdonough as Rainsford, delivering that cold, hard, calculated, killer persona as one of the main hunters. I do wish though the final fight scene could have been a little bit more inventive. It just seemed very plain Jane, lacking any sort of creativity that they could have, used the environment of the location that they were in, or just, spent more money and had a real good fight scene to finish the movie off. But alas, it wasn't to be. So summing up really, I got to say the best thing about this is the odd bit of CGI and the trailer, which makes Apex seem remotely interesting when viewing it. But with little to like on the whole, my sweet or salty review, people, is going to be a 4 out of 10. Salty! A couple of alternate options if you want to watch this sort of film would be The Running Man, as mentioned before, or a more recent movie called The Hunt, which is way better in most aspects than this one. Thank you as always for listening. Please remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you!